Is it working? So I haven't made one of these videos in a second, but I've been wanting to make the video, right? I've been taking myself on a tour of my own space, and in the process of understanding every single corner that is me, I'm realizing some things gotta go and some things have to be improved. Also, we're gonna have to bring in some other things, so we're gonna have to make room. I find it very important to have fun within the system. I believe it's very important to have order for self, repetition, consistency, having a sense of flow that you can practice in within repetition. Extremely important. With that being said, you have to set your order. I'm not here preaching, saying that there's one way to do things. I'm actually doing the opposite. I'm letting you know that I've started doing things my way, and not only have I been flowing better, but my frequency is higher. I'm extremely grateful to be aware enough to find the flowers and the butterflies and the birds and the breeze within the present, because they say there's nothing like the present, and it's so true. And if you're present, let me take a step back. If we have the structure and we know how to go through the structure consistently, and if we approach it every time with open eyes, and we allow ourselves to have the will to be like, I don't want to be in the comfort zone and I want to approach newer things, you're going to have to be switching and progressing and challenging and growing your mind consistently. So as we build the format of how we're going to flow, have fun within those moments, because if you forget to have fun, that means you're not playing. And if you're not playing, that means that you're not approaching it from a tester standpoint. When you play, you find out if these things work or if these things don't, or you even get to enjoy yourselves. But if you get stuck in the rigid continuity of, I gotta do this, I'm running late, life is pushing me, all these other things, you're not going to see. You're just going to keep your head down and you're going to do that work. But if you allow yourself, three, two, if you allow yourself to grow, if you allow yourself to unlearn and relearn, and if you allow yourself to, there's a hummingbird right here just watching me make the video. That was beautiful. If you allow yourself to get out of your way, and I say that by creating a set, these are some things I have to get done every day. I don't have to have them in order. I don't even have to have them on a time clock. But these 4 things have to get done daily. I want to get up. I want to take care of my body. I want to take care of my mind. And I want to take care of my soul. And then you got to do the things that you have to partake in life. If you take care of those 4 things, doesn't matter which order. If you find flow within, all right, as soon as I wake up, let me work out. And then let me eat. Let me go take a shower. Let me do what I got to do. And then let me go ahead and work on my mind. Let's do a little bit of schooling. Let's practice. Let's study. And then, cool. Now we're going to take care of the soul. We did all the hard work. And it's already like 12 o'clock. You know what I mean? So all you got to do is have fun within the motion of the system. The continuity, the focus, the energy, the frequency, all of that. If you're attached to a specific state, you're not going to be able to flow and create the frequency that you're going to become, right? Now, if you forget to play and have fun, then you're not finding your why. You're not figuring out what you do, what you don't like, why you react to something the way you react to it. You have to find your why, because the truth is that this is your life and you get to create the life that you want to live. But if all you're doing is following and you're not taking control of your life, then you're going to keep consuming and following. At the end of the day, nothing's ever going to change unless you take the steps to create the life that you want in front of you. Now, lately, I've had to make some few hard decisions, and they're mainly hard to me because I had to push aside emotion and then move strategically. That was not easy to do. Of course, I want to be comfortable at some point, but that stoic mindset in me is like sacrifice your present comfort for your future self. Well, I can get comfortable in the future by being uncomfortable now. No, focus on yourself. I mainly set up to make this video today because all you have to do is shut up and do the work. And when you're doing the work, you're able to strategically put yourself, when you're able to put in the work and see yourself do it, you're able to adjust within the present. This doesn't work. And you build that repetition. You go, well, this can work better. Or this part's going to take more time. Let me be more patient with it. You feel me? So take your time. I understand that there's the heaviness of hustle culture and proving yourself and allowing yourself to test your boundaries. But the point of dancing is to not dance the fastest. In the words of Alan Watts, a composer is not going to make a song with just one sound in it, because then that defeats the purpose. The point is to dance, is to get lost into it. So I know some of you guys might remember when like people were like parkour. There's two different types of movement practices for that structure. You have parkour, which is the art of getting from one place to another the fastest. And then there's free running, which is the art of getting from A to B, the most creative. So when you look at life that way, you want to be as strategic as possible. You want your tools to be as sharp as possible. But what you don't want to do is all this work and not be on the other side when the outcome happens. And all you see is you burning out over and over and over. Because that's what like systems train you to do, is to put in a whole bunch of work and not build and create. It's funny how they identify creators or creatives as like thing that doesn't work in that system, when in reality we're the ones who create the processes and the systems and the newer point of views of how to do things. So have the structure for yourself, find the flow, have fun within it, and remember, I need you to have a plan. And when you figure out the plan, I need you to make the steps for that plan. And guess what? Sometimes along the way, you're going to have to adjust the steps. But stick to the plan, because if you stick to the plan, you'll achieve the goal. If you achieve the goal, you have now started creating your life. And that's not coming from somebody who's like in the work and getting lost to it and not succeeding. It's coming from somebody who sees the work coming out. I see the people, and it's not even fully people around me. I've had to take myself out of a lot of situations to focus on myself. But I have friends in different parts of the world who are focusing on themselves, who are putting in the work, who are testing their limits, who are changing the way that they're thinking, who are changing their daily practices. Those things matter. And you're going to see the outcome from those things, but only if you're working on your own work. Like Lil Wayne, when he gets asked about new music, he's like, I'm sorry, I don't even know who that artist is. Like, just focus on my music. And when you do that, you start to create a sense of self. Because for me, all I want is my next day to be better than my last. And when I say that, it's not of I'm trying to be more happier. That's not the goal. My goal is to be at peace. If the functionality and the outcome of my day gets more refined by putting out the same amount of energy but getting a higher outcome every day, or even less energy and getting a higher outcome, that's, no matter if you're creative or if you're in the system or if you're both, that's the goal, is to allow your outcome to be what you see inner, what you want your life to be, how you're practicing, how you're going to know. Like, the amount of focus that I have from even a month ago is drastically sharper. Ask yourself, what am I learning from this situation? What is this teaching me? How can I grow from this? Instead of having a mindset of like, why is it always me? Or a negative Nancy point of view on things. Be optimistic, be positive, but most importantly, be realistic. Like, be delusional about where you're headed, because you got to set your bar extremely high. If you shoot for the stars, you'll land on the moon. Be delusional about that. But the reality that's around you, view on reality has to be so sharp.